All right, here we are, guys. This is another Mini. I don't know how to. Okay, this is a 2020 Mini Countryman, something like that. Don't know much about it yet, but we're gonna find out as we take it for a drive. It is bigger than the other Mini, which, if Dan wants to pan over here real quick, you'll see the blue one. I did a review on it, but I wanted to drive this one to see what it was like. So let's get it going. Hey everybody, I'm Jared.
I'm Dan.
And you're watching Grab a Gear, and on today's episode, we are reviewing a sweet 2020 Mini Cooper Countryman. And it has some very unique features. We're gonna go over those, so let's jump right into it. So there you guys go. Real quick, I want to let you guys know Kistner Motors here in Grand Junction, Colorado, they're the ones that let us take out every single car on their lot. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be something like this, a truck, a sports car. Take it out and have some fun with it. So we want to thank Kistner Motors in Grand Junction. And if you guys are ever needing a car, a used car, look up Kistner Motors, talk to Colby Wells. His family has owned the dealership for over 20 years. And I have personally bought 3 cars from them. So if it was a bad dealership, I wouldn't go to them. And I plan on buying my next truck from them. So, you know, I'm not going to steer you guys wrong. But there you guys go. Kistner Motors, Grand Junction, Colorado. Check them out. Check out their inventory. And they'll take great care of you.
Under the hood of this 2020 Mini Countryman sits a 134 horsepower, 3-cylinder, 1.5 liter engine with a EPA rating of 26 miles per gallon in the city and 33 miles per gallon on the highway with a combined average of 29. All right, well, I guess I'm up first, and this Mini is unique to say the least. It doesn't necessarily fit my taste, but I'm sure it does for some people. It's you absolutely know it's a Mini when you look at it. It just has its own definitely styling when it comes to like the headlights, the body, and even the interior. It's its own car.
Okay, so guys, the Mini's not for everybody, like Dan said. Probably not for him, that's for sure. But it does fit a small, very small amount of people. They love it. It's got that history of it. You know what I mean? The pedigree and all that. Whatever, you get my point. But you can definitely tell it's a Mini the way it looks, guys. Let's talk a little bit about how it does look. I love the headlights up front. How when you open the hood, there's an actual hole. That's pretty cool, actually. Come down it, though, the wheels look pretty good. This one is definitely not a upper trim, I don't think so, because the other one I reviewed had better wheels. But this one has some nice alloy-looking wheels. I do like the black, where it's not like super shiny black, but it looks pretty good. Come down it, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. All the way to the back, nice brake lights. Everything looks pretty good. I do like the roof rack. It's a permanent one, definitely like fixed in place, that's for sure. And I do like the fact that it has a twin, or one sunroof and one moonroof, I believe. So, but it's pretty unique. I like it. It's cute. Would I buy it? No, not at all. Would I buy the other one I did? Yes, because it was very cute. But not this one. I wouldn't buy it, but some people would. All right, so here we are inside the Mini Countryman, and it is surprisingly spacious for being a Mini. The steering wheel, just like every steering wheel, has everything you need right here on it. Obviously, your cruise control, your volume, your speaker stuff, phone. The Mini does have a really unique tach, speedometer, and your fuel gauge is pretty cool because it's a digital like up and down thing, which I like. The door handles are sort of cool because they open like this. You pull the lock button and unlock button right on it. I will say one thing I don't like right off the bat is, you know, the dash is soft, but everything is plastic. I'm not a big fan of that. This one is all manual seats. Yep, all manual, which is fine. The another cool part about it, though, I do like the center screen, how it looks. It's very unique. I've never seen it like this in another car but the Mini, so pretty sweet. I also like the buttons the start and stop button and the little toggle switches. To me, it's pretty cool. It's like a fighter jet getting ready to engage. So yeah, pretty nice. The shifter is a little odd. Whenever you go to move it, you have to push in on a unlock button and then move it. And then the media center, you have to twist this little knob to work your way around. It's different. You do have a 12 volt and a USB in this one. The center console or armrest is very small, but you lift it up, you have a little bitty storage underneath. So not too bad. It's definitely small. I drove it and I don't know. I just don't know, guys. So seats are good though. I did like them. So all right, let's see what Dan has to say.
All right, here on the passenger side of this Countryman, it's not bad. The seating's okay. It's it's just that this car's an interesting thing. Glove box is okay sized for how small the car is, and it's out of the way. It doesn't actually hit your knees that bad, or like unless you're getting it in and stuff. But it's not like where it's farther forward. Like Jared said, like the switches on the center console are pretty neat. I wish they were better quality instead of just like the plastic chrome stuff they do, but that's neither here nor there. One thing I do think is like a great addition that I wish like most cars with sunroofs had. There's actually a sunshade on the sunroof, not just like a complete block off, but a sunshade, so you get like that glare knocked off. I think that's a phenomenal thing. That way you can still get some light in here, but you're not like, oh, I'm blind as you're doing things. And other than that, like it's a very interesting car. Definitely some weird features, like he's saying, like the gear shift has its own thing, the infotainment's kind of its own thing. It's a unique car, and a lot of that could be user experience. I'm so used to what's like the standard American style or just a standard style of automobile here in the U.S. that this is definitely its own thing. But other than that, it's not bad. The seats are pretty comfortable, and this is one of the lower base model cars we're here in for the Countryman. But yeah, a little bit of hard surfaces, but you can still drive around, and there you go. In the back seat of this Mini Countryman, I have the passenger seat adjusted where I was riding around in earlier. As you can see, I have a few inches of knee room, leg room, and then a few inches of headroom. I'm 5'11-ish, 32-inch waist, or 32-inch inseam if that matters, but whatever. But the seats are like a normal bench style seat. Pretty comfortable. You got a... I can do it here. No center console. Oh, so sad. The headrests have this little nice twisty button thing. I don't know what you do that for, but yeah. Otherwise, it's you got dual vents and stuff in the back seat here. You have another split moonroof sunshade for the passenger side, and yeah, not bad. No auxiliary plugs, but not a uncomfortable back seat. It's just a nice little bench seat. Well, not technically an armrest. This is an interesting armrest, as the center of the seat just folds down for pass-through.
So back here at the back of the Countryman, guys, there's the normal amount of room for a Mini. Not much. I'll do the most scientific test I can. That's how much room there is, guys. Not that much. It does have a little bit of storage under this, so not bad. The seats fold down. You have a 40-40-20, or maybe it's 45-45-10. I don't know, but you do have it. They fold down, so that's interesting. It is an automatic gate, and I do like the fact you can lock all the doors from back here in the back. So you get your stuff out, you have things in your hand, you put it down, lock it, shut it, and you're good to go. But realistically, the rear end is pretty nice. I like it. Does have backup camera, which is pretty good. We drove it, and it was a good car. I liked it. So, well, that's the rear end. Well, there you guys go. That's our quick, honestly, not probably the best review, because we just don't know what to say. It's an interesting car. It's not for me. Is it for you, Dan?
Definitely not for me. It's I'm not sure who it's for, but I don't think it's for like the American market really by far. And I think if you do really like this car, you probably love this car.
Yeah, and
And
that's
it's
it.
just definitely outside of what we're used to.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that. I think, obviously, you guys buy the car that you guys love.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'm never going to knock anybody, like we've said. You buy what you want. It's your money, your car. You do what you need to. Way to go. As far as for me, not for me. But as far as for you, if you love it, you love it. If you hate it, you hate it. Just like Dodge owners. I'm sorry, everybody who doesn't own a Dodge. There we go.
I think I'd be a little less prejudiced with this car though if it was one of the 4-cylinder models instead of the 3-cylinder models, because when I hear this engine, I just think of like, oh, cool, I'm on a Triumph, but it's like this is not a motorcycle, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, I will say, even driving it, it it didn't get up and go. Like we've driven those Jettas and stuff like that.
Right, and
And don't get me wrong, this is bigger than a Jetta,
oh, absolutely.
but at the same time, this motor, I think if we went with a 4-cylinder, it would probably be a lot better.
Yeah.
So, but there you guys go. We're not knocking it. We're just saying it's not for us. If it's for you, go out and get it. So there you guys go. Real quick, I want to let you guys know Kistner Motors here in Grand Junction, Colorado. They're the ones that let us take out every single car on their lot. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be something like this, a truck, a sports car. Take it out and have some fun with it. So we want to thank Kistner Motors in Grand Junction. And if you guys are ever needing a car, a used car, look up Kistner Motors, talk to Colby Wells. His family has owned the dealership for over 20 years. And I have personally bought 3 cars from him. So if it was a bad dealership, I wouldn't go to them. And I plan on buying my next truck from them. So, you know, I'm not going to steer you guys wrong. But there you guys go. Kistner Motors, Grand Junction, Colorado. Check them out. Check out their inventory. And they'll take great care of you.